Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Tactical Drawing with Cradle to Harvard International Schools. My name is Olaolu Igure David, and I'll be taking you on how to draw a cycloid. Now, let's begin. Our first step in this process will be drawing a reference line of any length. Then, with our set square, our 90-degree set square, we will draw a line, another reference line of any length. Right there. Then, with our ruler, we will measure 40 millimeters. 40 millimeters from your bottom line to the end. 40 millimeters from the bottom line to the end. Right there. And we'll mark it with a point. Just a simple point. Then with our compass, we will measure 40 millimeters again with our compass. Right there. Then draw a line, a circle of radius 40 millimeters. As we have that, we will divide our circle into 12 equal parts. Now, one more line. Yes. Once we are done dividing our circle into 12 equal parts, from the middle line, we will draw it to the end of our paper. Then we will number all these points where lines touch the circle. Call this point 1 over 12, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, point 6, point 7, point 8, point 9, point 10, point 11, and point 12 stops at point 0 over 12. Now, from point 1, we'll use point 1 and 11 and use the 2 points to take a line to the end. Like this. Then we'll use point 2 and 10 and take another line to the end of our paper. Like that. Then we'll use point 4 and 8 to take another line to the end. After we're done drawing the last line at point 6, then we'll get our compass. Then from any point, like point 0 and 11, point 11 and 10, or any 2 points around the circle, we can get the space in between both of them. And then we'll call this point right here point C. So then from point C, we'll cut a line. Then from that cutting, we'll cut another line with that same diameter or radius. Then we'll cut another line. Then we'll cut another line. And that's how we'll continue to go till we reach the end. Cool. Once I've drawn the last arc, if you follow the steps, you would see you would have 12 or more than 12 if possible. Then from this step, we'll get our set square, our 90-degree set square, and from the first arc you will draw a straight line to the end of our cycloid, or to the end of our or the end of our number 6 line. Then from the next arc, from the bottom of our construction to the end, then to the third arc, bottom to the end, and so on. Once you have drawn the last line on your 12th arc, now this is the tricky part. We'll get our compass. Mind you, feel free to rewind or pause the video in case you get lost, because at this point, this is when you can get cut off or miss a part. So from our point C that we marked earlier to our 0/12, we'll get our compass and measure the radius between these 2 points. Then from our first, let's mark all our arcs just in case you get lost. So this is C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11, C12. Now, from our point C and 0/12, use your compass to measure the radius. And then from C1, right here, from point C1, with the same radius, from line 112, cut an arc. If you're correct, you should get this arc on line C12. Then C2, and from line C2, cut an arc on 210, like this. Then line C3, you should cut an arc on line 39, right here. Then C4, cut an arc on line 48. Then point C5, cut an arc on line 57. Then line C6, then from point C6, cut an arc at line 6, right there. Then C7, cut an arc on line 57. Then point C8, cut an arc on line 48. Then point C9, cut an arc on point 39, right there. Then point C10, cut on an arc on point 210. Then point C11, cut an arc. Then on point C11, cut an arc on line 111, right there. Then on line 12, we'll cut an arc on line 0/12, right there. Once we're done with getting all our points, mark each point with a thick dot, like so. Then, using freehand or French curve, I prefer freehand, but French curve will look a bit cleaner. So with your pencil, from point 0 over 12, you will draw a line. You will draw a curved line, touching each point. Now that is what a cycloid is. This curve right here. This is the end of our drawing. Like I said before, feel free to rewind the video if you miss any step. And I recommend watching the video first, then getting your materials in case you miss any in case you don't have any of them. So, this is the end of our video. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.